So the farewell lesson is comprised of two main parts: the Test Your Noodle Championship and a shopping experience that you either simulate in the classroom or you take out to a farmer's market. So your students have been practicing the Test Your Noodle all curriculum long. The day 2 of every lesson has been building them up. So they've had 4 to 5 questions at the end of every lesson of Test Your Noodle. These questions are going to be the exact same questions that you use in the Test Your Noodle Championship. So it's a big giant trivia show. What we're going for, whatever works best in your classroom, of course, but what we're going for really is a big game show, showdown, championship. You might, depending on the number of students that you have taking part in Green Beetz, maybe you just have two groups that other students have nominated to be the trivia champions. And so the main thing is you want to have some type of trivia game. Ideally, this would take place in an auditorium, and you would invite the other students from your school to watch to gain excitement for Green Beetz. So the lower grades would be watching the Green Beetz Test Your Noodle Championship. They can learn a little bit about Green Beetz, learn about the topics, hear the trivia questions, see what they know, and really get excited about them taking part in Green Beetz in the future years. You have the list of trivia questions provided. It's 50 questions long. Maybe you'll just choose 10 to 30, really depending on the time period that you have for the Test Your Noodle Championship. The main thing that you want to do for the trivia is have some way of telling who buzzed or answered first. So a hand raise with the teacher identifying who raised their hand first usually doesn't work. Usually ends with somebody being very angry that they did raise their hand first and that whoever is calling did not see it. So the best thing is either to just direct a question to this team and then direct a question to that team and accumulate the points that way, or have some type of buzzer system, bell system if you have it, maybe even a spokesperson, something like that. A way to really tell who answered first, and even if it's not a speed thing, that's fine. And then it's really nice to give away a certificate of completions to your students. You call them out, especially if they're in the auditorium, call out their name, give them a certificate of completion of Green Beetz. They can take this home to their families so they can open the conversation at home a little bit more even about what Green Beetz is and what they've learned through the program. And also the clapping and the cheering as each name's called is really like a nice culminating factor to tie up the whole program together. And after the Test Your Noodle Championship and the certificate completion and handing out, then you do some type of market shopping. Ideally, you take your students to a farmer's market, but another option is to just set up a classroom market.
Hi, my name is Andrea, and I just completed the final lesson of Green Beetz today at the farmer's market, and we had a great time. The kids were really excited about it. It was really fun.
This is just for the students that have participated in Green Beetz. So you can set up a classroom market, you can order wholesale, a bunch of healthy foods, fruits, vegetables, ideally some whole grains. So they have just this idea and capability and real world experience, even if it's simulated in the classroom, of actually going through and shopping. And they love this. They kind of even treat it like a crazy bazaar. It's really fun. And they get to take all of these groceries that they've bought home to their parents. And they just feel, when you see it, when they get to do the shopping in the classroom, they just feel very accomplished and they feel very excited, and you can see them like even haggling over the 6 dozen farm fresh eggs. Like they are excited about the food, they want to get their hands on it, and they want to take it home to their families. Now the money that they have to do the purchasing is the Green Beetz points. So you've tallied individually or group points throughout the curriculum, and then you've attributed those points to cash. And this is all arbitrary. You would just want to kind of have top performers, next performers, and make some tiers. It's up to you of who gets what and how those points end up translating into spending money in the classroom. And then you give them basically these Green Beetz Bucks coupons that we have prototypes of that you print off and you hand over to them, and then you just do the transaction that way. But being able to transact something with you and then take something home. That's the whole shebang, and they really have a good time. And so this is the final celebration farewell. Green Beetz.
Say goodbye.
Bye.